folks, with the FastPoint APAC monthly September Grand Finals. Winky Face, Chriso, Kunal, Planetary Goose, our top 4 seeds fighting it out for their chance for the most FastPoint points possible and those $10 US. We're about to see some great Trackmania coming from these guys.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like we've seen, obviously, Winky Face and Chriso, but we've not seen Kunal and Planetary Goose, especially Planetary Goose. From all the matches that we've casted so far, we haven't seen Planetary Goose. So maybe he will get us surprised. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I would say he has to surprise us. That's what I'm gonna say. He has to surprise us.
Indeed. And noting that these guys were the top 4 in qualification, it's literally 1, 2, 3, and 4 seed instead of the 1, 2, 3, 5 we had last time. So it is just going to come down to, will it be the same results as in qualification, or will it be an upset by one of the lower seeds? Knowing that this time they're going to be playing for 140 points. So we're going to be seeing more of these maps and seeing more of this consistency, and we're going to one winner only. So everything's on the line here. They're going to be trying to fight for that number 1 spot and get that number 1 spot, because that's where the winner's going to be.
Okay, I would take it away, Edamame, for the first
I will
round
take it
of
away
that
for round
final.
1. As we do get started with round 1, we've got everyone here quite comfortable on this map. This map we've seen a couple of times. We've seen a lot of upsets by missing the finish, but we will have to see how they go towards the end. Planetary Goose taking that inside line, getting a bit more speed, but getting the no slide, it does mean that he is going to be losing a lot of speed there. Going to be Kunal currently right behind Winky. Both of them fighting it out for that top spot, but Winky's going to get that inside line there. Chriso is right behind those, fighting for that 3rd spot as we do head into this uphill drift. It's going to be all of them. Chriso bonking into the CP, and that's going to knock him out of the race there. And we've got Planetary Goose able to fight into that 3rd spot now, with Kunal losing a bit of speed to Winky Face. All Winky has to do is hit the finish, get the 10 points. Kunal right behind in 2nd, Planetary in 3rd, and Chriso 4th position. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunate indeed. Chriso was in good shape for that first round, but he got a clip and he got a miss. That's so unfortunate as we are entering the 2nd round on this map. With Amnon Planetary Goose. Let's see how it goes. So entering, getting all that. One mistake from one player. It is Kunal getting that mistake, getting in 4th position by 0.5. It is a close round in with the 3 positions in front. Planetary Goose getting a bit of an advantage by 0.1 in front of Winky Face, but Winky Face did not say his last word. He's getting in front of Planetary Goose right now as we're entering this drift. Now for the 3rd section, Kunal getting more speed than Chriso, maybe getting that 3rd place, but right now it's a good round between Winky and Planetary Goose by 0.09 of a second.
Indeed. Quite a solid run from those two. I thought Planetary might have had it at the end, but it was a close fight nonetheless. Winky getting another 10 points, moving himself further into the lead as we do get started with round 3. All the players on the blocks ready to go. We've got Planetary Goose, knowing that he's getting some good lines here as well. He's got to be trying to fight his way forward, but he is not going to keep as much speed there. Everyone's basically stacked on top of each other, with Chriso actually getting into that 4th position, losing a little bit of speed on the dirt, but not much overall. Kunal is able to get that inside line there. Bonk a little bit on the dirt, which is going to potentially lose him the gear, meaning Chriso can now overtake. But we've seen Kunal recover, and especially with a crash like that from Chriso, it's going to be Kunal moving into that 3rd position. We've got Goose and Winky right there as well. Goose is going to be trying to fight to take that spot from Winky, getting the inside line, getting that little bit of extra speed over Winky. Winky's going to get that inside drift, keep that inside line as much as possible. He's got to keep more speed on that angle. He's going to overtake Planetary Goose for an 8 millisecond snipe. Kunal getting 3rd place and Chriso in 4th, but 8 milliseconds is the difference between these two.
Wow, that was a good round. Winky Face with that speed, keeping that speed and getting that 1st position. That was one hell of a good round. if I'm able to say this. But yeah, Planetary Goose. As I was saying that I was expecting him to surprise me, and he did. He's doing it. He's surprising me. He's very consistent on some part of the map, especially that dirt section, that outline dirt. He's keeping that speed for the next drift. Not getting that much airtime on the grass like other. I have to say that's a very good close round between all the three players in front. As unfortunately, Chriso a bit in the back by 0.5, but yeah, with Kunal, Planetary Goose, and Winky, that is, and Planetary Goose, as I'm saying this, making a mistake on that tech section, and Kunal getting that first position, Winky Face getting that second, Chriso third, and Planetary Goose fourth position.
Indeed. Planetary Goose getting a crash there, unfortunately, but it's gonna move him into third place with Kunal moving up into second. Winky actually getting sniped in that round by Kunal. Kunal's just run away with that round, which is gonna help out his cause in trying to fight for that second position. And currently, he's earned that position. But as we do head into Quicken, Winky is still 12 points ahead of Kunal, with 3 points separating Goose and Kunal. Chriso is he's a little bit back, but early days, early days. We can expect him to recover very soon as the players are warming up on Quicken. This map, we've seen a lot of interesting stuff. I'm curious to see how these players go, knowing how brutal this map can be.
Yeah, exactly. Different on this map. I feel like this is the map where the players, especially on those speedy parts, have different approach, different lines. But yeah, I don't know what to expect. I mean, we've seen Wiki Face, we've seen Chriso, we know what they are up to on this map. But as of Planetary Goose, and Kunal especially, I don't know what to expect. Maybe they can surprise us because Planetary Goose right now is doing a great job. Like if we take the leaderboard right now, Winky Face in first place with 37 points. There is only a difference of 21 points between first and fourth position, which is not that huge, if you may ask. If you ask me, I think like if this is gonna be different, we'll have to see, and I will let you take your way for that first round on Quicken.
Indeed, that sounds like a good idea. As we get started with round one, all the players have warmed up, ready to go on this map. We've got Winky Face taking quite an early lead right now. Able to keep himself quite steady on this section, getting a nice downhill drift. It is going to be an inside line for him there. We do have Chriso in the back, but we've seen him pull out some good results on this map previously, as he does overtake Goose in the back. Able to get a better line on the dirt, but Goose is able to keep steady and actually gain a bit more speed on that. I have a theory that Goose is really good on the dirt, because on the tech sections, we have seen him go wide and lose a bit of speed overall. But he's able to recover on the dirt sections, and unfortunately, he nips his wheel off the side of the platform, so he's going to be knocked out of the race there. But it is going to be Winky Face comfortably in the lead there. Kunal trying to gain on him, knowing that he could get the 10 points if he's able to snipe him on the final corner. Winky Face getting a clean lineup, and it's going to be Winky getting first place with Kunal in second, Chriso in third, and Goose recovering into fourth.
It's actually a good round. I didn't see Kunal, unfortunately, in second place because Wiki was in front, of course. But that was a good round, actually. .08, if I recall. That was a good round. But right now, the gap between Winky and Christo is getting deeper. But yeah, Winky Face really strong on this map. We've seen it. He has the last part of this map. He's doing it really good. As I'm seeing it, he's touching a pillar, but not losing too much speed, and that is a good timing because on the plastic, if you don't know, you gain much speed. Yes, you have less control on your car because you can slide very easily, I would say, but you can gain so much speed, and that's why Wiki is only 0.3 behind first place, as he touched a pillar right before the pillar. But Kunal, in first place, getting really fast, getting that turn really good. That's a good round between all the four players. Who's gonna get that first place? Who's gonna fail? No one. It's actually Kunal who's gonna get that first place. And from first to fourth, there is a 0.2 difference. That is a good round overall.
That is a really clean round. Those guys, there was .2 separating first and fourth, so you know it was a close fight. Everyone knew what was on the line there and was full sending into that. The lead is slowly shortening between Kunal and Winky as we do get started with round 3. We've got Planetary Goose actually getting a clean lineup to begin with. A bit shaky heading into the drop down, but he is able to keep that inside drift, which means that Winky is going to be following in that second position. It's going to be them heading into the no engine section, getting a clean line on the dirt. Chriso is right behind, able to keep more speed on that, and it's going to be trying to overtake Kunal there. Kunal getting an early drift to try and get that inside line, knowing he's going to gain speed, and that was a bonk?
Winky face.
Who did bonk, unfortunately. It was an interesting bonk, but you do see him in the back and forth now. It was a little bit of speed loss, but he is still kind of holding up considering. And it's going to be Chriso able to get that cleaner drift onto that drop down as we head onto the grass, as we do have him there, able to recover. And we do have Chriso going into the finish. Planetary in second. Kunal getting fourth with an unfortunate crash earlier. Winky actually getting the 5 points he's looking for.
Yeah, unfortunate mistake for Winky on that black section where you have to keep that 5th gear, but you can also have another drift. But I've seen Winky getting when I've said at the beginning, all the players having different approaches, different lines. Well, I've seen it in this black part at the end, not the plastic one, of course, with the black road. The thing is, Winky is going too much inside. You're gonna see this. He's going outside then inside. But the thing is, with this line, he's gonna get speedier, as I would say, getting much speed. But Chriso getting a safer approach, keeping that speed. Unfortunately, at the back, Planetary Goose with a 0.8 difference with the first in that last position. Kunal not saying his last word, and Winky Face with a 51.9. That is a nice time. That is a nice time from Winky Face, getting that first position. Kunal in second place, Chriso in third place, and Planetary Goose. Is Planetary Goose going to be able to finish on that round? Yes, he is.
That was a solid round there from Winky, knowing that he had to basically send to make sure he stays in the fight. As we do move into the next map, I am interested to see how the players go on this simple map. As I said, it is a lot simpler than a lot of the maps we are seeing, but it is going to be about trying to optimize your lines as much as possible. And these guys, we've seen great results come from all of them, so I am very curious to see how they all do on this map while they head into warm-up. Right now on the leaderboards, we have Winky at 65, Kunal at 52, so 13 points behind. Planetary Goose at 42, so only 10 points behind that. And Chriso, 41 points. 1 point behind Goose there. And it's going to be 140 points there. So Winky still has a long trek to climb up the mountain, but it's going to be a close fight between these guys.
Yeah, Winky Face almost halfway through all the points to get that finalist mode. So he's doing a pretty good job. At the moment, Chriso, yeah, a little bit in the back, but getting little by little, getting those points as we've seen Winky Face doing a cut. I don't know what he's doing. It's the warm up, guys. Don't mind. Of course, like have players having some fun in the warm up. Because then
I have a theory.
Okay.
In Australia, we
let's
like to find the easiest way to do stuff. So going for that cut's the easiest way to go through that. We don't need the checkpoint. It's done.
Yeah, getting those shortcuts, man. Getting those shortcuts. You know how it is. But yeah, as we're entering that first round, maybe you want to take it away? I don't know.
Oh, you can take this one away. You've got it so far.
First round on Goito by Rioter. As I've seen right now, Kunal in the first, Winky Face with a blunder, getting in that fourth place, but getting closer and closer as he gained 0.1 of a second again on that next endpoint. But Chriso with a better line on that plastic section with a good drift, keeping that speed, not going to outside, not going to inside on that grass section, avoiding airtime and getting that finish clean. 42.4. Winky Face in second place, Planetary Goose in third place, and Kunal finishing in fourth place.
Quite a solid round coming from those guys. Unfortunate that Kunal had to come in fourth with that, but at the same time, he can recover in this round as we do get started with round 2. got all the players on the starting blocks. Getting into this first dirt section, we've got Winky Face, who seems to be holding steady at the front, but it's going to be... Is that Planetary who took the inside line? Didn't get the line he wanted out of it, but Kunal was able to get a bit more speed out of that. So Winky's right on his tail. Chriso's in the back, able to recover on this dirt section. Will he be keeping enough speed for that? Probably, as we do have Planetary Goose going into that second position, getting that clean line onto the plastic with Winky Face moving into that first position. Goose is actually overtaking him, trying to fight for that first position, but goes a little bit high on the ledge. Winky Face getting the slowdown? I think he may have braked a bit too hard.
Yeah, he touched the side.
So it's gonna move him into fourth, and he's come on, Winky, into the finish. There we go. Into the finish, gets himself his 3 points. Goose getting the win there. Really unfortunate. He was holding so strong through that round.
Yeah, exactly. Like Planetary Goose on that last section on the grass bar, even though he went really hard on that grass, he kept the speed somehow. Even I can't explain. He kept the momentum. He kept the speed and got that first position. But right now, the four players are really close. Winky Face with the outside line, not touching the wall actually into the first place, keeping the speed, getting really pretty high on that plastic part, not gonna lie. Getting that drift really well. Kunal with a bit of a blunder, losing speed. Winky Face and Planetary Goose with a good line on that grass, keeping it low, and with that in that order, Winky Face, Planetary Goose, Kunal, and Chriso.
This is definitely one of those maps that first place isn't necessarily decided straight out of the gate. I thought that it would be like a nice clean sweep from Winky potentially, but judging from the fact that we've seen all kinds of placements going on here as we do head into this round, I have no idea what to expect because it's such a close match on this map between all the players. As we do have Winky in the front currently fighting it out with Kunal, who's able to get the cleaner inside line, able to get that wide drift and land it perfectly, but Winky's right there. He takes the inside drift and able to overtake for a moment, but Kunal's holding it steady as he goes onto the outside. Winky's going to take as much of the outside dirt as possible. Kunal slowly getting a lead. Goose in the back trying to fight his way forward as we have Kunal there. Still holding steady up the front with Winky right behind. Winky knows what's at stake here, so he's going to be trying to fight for it. But Kunal's lead just seems to be growing as we do have Chriso in the back trying to recover as well. But we do have Kunal there able to just manage to hold it over Winky in first place with Winky second, Goose third, and Chriso in fourth.
Yeah, Kunal getting closer to Winky Face. Winky Face with 92 points and Kunal 77 points as we're moving into the next map. So doing a rotation again, if I remember correctly, which is gonna be Beyond.
Yeah,
yeah.
Beyond. This
Beyond.
legendary map with tight lines and the risky finish, which I'm surprised we haven't seen a lot of risky finish crashes yet. These players seem to know what they're doing with the risky finish, but it's still early days on this one. We could see some, who knows? It's still to see what's going on with this one. This map's actually probably my favorite out of the three picked for this this edition of APAC. I really do like the tight lines on it, and the deco is really simple, clean. You know, it's a nice shade of red overall. Jitski and Caliga do a really good job on maps, so to see them put out a map like this is absolute chef kiss. Mwah.
Chef kiss, I like it. Yeah, Jitska with if you don't know, in exotic mapping, ultimate mapping basically. Yeah, did a really good job. I would say out of the 3 maps that we have for APAC September, this is the most technical one. Not APAC only, but you know, EMEA and America. I think out of the 3 maps, this is the most technical one because you need to keep up with those outside lines. But yeah, very good. Like you said it, those red parts, red shades. Really nice map overall. Nice decoration also. As we are entering into the first round of that second rotation, let's hop on with Planetary, getting into that first position, battling with I think it's Kunal. Remember on that map, Planetary Goose was doing really good on that third section. and he proves it once again with that getting the first place in front of Kunal. But oh, and that was who crashed? That was Chriso. Kunal? Oh, my bad. Yeah, Kunal getting in fourth position because he was about to get some speed, but now Planetary Goose getting that first position. Winky Face 0.6 behind, getting that second position. Chriso third position, and Kunal unfortunately getting that fourth place.
Indeed, and it is quite a solid round from him. Winky now 41 points away from that finalist spot and taking out the second APAC event as we do get started with this one here. We've got all the players off the starting blocks, getting a clean transition. Goose actually holding the steadiest line overall, as we do have Kunal trying to keep as much speed as possible, but Goose is gaining even more speed there. Winky getting the same line as everyone, so it's still holding steady in the standings. Goose still up the front there, but Kunal's actually able to keep a lot more speed on that one, able to overtake through that checkpoint. Winky taking the full outside dirt, trying to get as much speed as possible. Kunal, we've seen Winky take this drift really, really well, so he's able to get a lot more speed on that one. Goose, I believe, has bonked out, so unfortunately he's out of that round, but Chriso has now fought his way into second place, just right behind Winky. Will he be able to overtake him on this final drift? We'll have to see. Does not appear so. Winky had a much cleaner drift on that one, but it is going to be 1-2, Winky, Chriso, Kunal 3, and Goose should be coming in fourth through the slow-mo finish.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That was unfortunate for Planetary with Goose hitting the pillars on one of the tech turns, on the tech turn before the grass section. But yeah, Winky Face now with 109 points. He needs 31 points to get that finalist mode, and yeah, getting the security, getting confident, because you know when you get in first position, you can only be but confident because you know you're in front. But right now, Winky Face is not in front. He's actually third in that race. Planetary Goose with that first position. Winky Face had to release a bit before that third section, as we're seeing Kunal and Planetary Goose hitting that very good outside third line. Winky Face getting a little bit of a blunder again on that grass section. He will be in fourth position. And as we see again, Planetary Goose hitting the checkpoint. That is not good, unfortunately, but Kunal right now is in first position. Will we be able to secure that first place? He will indeed, and Chris will get that second position. Wiki will get that third place, and Planetary Goose that fourth position. Wow,
Indeed.
Man.
Quite solid placements from these guys. Unfortunate, Winky bonked in the middle of the map, but he is still ahead of Kunal by 19 points. And those 19 points are a lead he's going to hold as we head into this final round on this map. We have all the players getting quite a clean start there. Winky seems to be holding quite steady on this one compared to the other players who are slightly wobbly, but that's all right. Getting as much outside dirt as possible. He's got to be moving into third position there, so his dirt may not have been as strong, but we've seen him strong in other parts of the map. As he does get a drop down and loses a bit of speed, meaning Chriso can actually catch up and get that bit of extra speed, but Winky is basically inside of him. It's anyone's game at this point. I believe that was Goose, who lost a bit of speed, may have been a crash, but it's going to be Winky Face who's going to be trying to recover and overtake Kunal as we head into this next dirt section. He's not going on the full outside, neither of them are. They're trying to safe this to know that they can get themselves a win. Kunal still holding steady in that first place, but Winky's able to overtake on the last corner. And it's going to be Winky with a 47-6. Kunal released at the end, and that was enough for Winky to full send and get himself those 10 points. Quite a solid round from them, but unfortunate for Kunal as we move into the next map.
What a snipe from Winky Face, because Kunal released at the end. He was able to overpass him and get that first place. What a round on that map. What a round. What a race. Wow. I'm amazed. Really. As we're entering now, if we get a little resume of the situation of the leaderboard, Winky Face is in the first place with 124 points. Kunal with 102 points. Planetary Goose with 88 points, and Chris with 86 points. It's, I would say, close for third and fourth position, but Winky Face with a 22-point lead over Kunal. He has a large margin But yeah,
It is a comfortable margin, and keep in mind, if Winky takes it out with 3 wins in a row, the positions are locked. So Kunal will get second place, and then Chriso or Planetary could get third place. Who knows? They may be able to recover and get a lot more points. In the end, if Winky wins, it's what standings are there when we finish.
yeah, maybe Kunal. We hope. We hope to. I think we hope to see Kunal getting a comeback, because we want to get the energy going on, the energy popping with the race, with the competitors that we have right here. As we're seeing, unfortunately, Crystal with a bit of a blunder in that first section of the map. But now we're gonna see Winky Face in first position, because right now all eyes on him, because the 3 first positions in a row, and he will be your winner for APAC September. But that's not done yet, as we're seeing a fight with Kunal, and you're seeing a bit of a different line. Kunal getting a little bit inside, as Winky getting a little bit more inside to keep that speed, to not drift as much as possible. But yeah, right now Winky in first position, getting that speed, keeping that speed, entering that last section, that crash section with the reactor. Easy gonna fail, easy gonna pass, and he is gonna pass with a 52.0, which is a solid time on this map, which which you can see Winky getting consistent, and we've seen previously with a first place right now.
First and second will give Winky the finalist mode as we head into the next round. He knows that he doesn't need to win. Second place will do him fine, but he wants to make sure he's in that top 2 there as we do get started with this round. Winky keeping a solid line with Kunal right there. Kunal trying to go for the upset, knowing what's on the line here. If Winky manages to get a dub, it's going to be them basically fighting it out with Chriso in that 4th position. We actually have Goose, I believe, in that 3rd position as well, but Chriso's trying to fight that out with him. Winky's still in the front, able to get that clean drift, getting himself basically a no slide all the way around. Super tight line, trying to keep as much speed as possible. And Kunal's going to go a little bit wide to try and get a flatter drift, but it's not going to help him. It's going to be Winky able to get that bit of extra speed and hold himself steady. As we've seen through this section, Winky knows how to hold that drift cleanly. Beautiful S from him. And it's going to be them going into this reactor segment. All Winky has to do is hit the finish. He hits the finish, gets himself to 10 points, moves himself into finalist. Kunal in that 2nd position, Chriso in 3rd, Planetary in 4th. And it is going to come down to, can Winky win again?
Yeah, can Winky capitalize his win? Can he stay consistent? Can he stay fast? And the answer is gonna be on this round. Maybe can, because this round can be decisive, can finish it all. Winky might be able to get first place and keep his title as the winner of APAC for August and September. As of right now, Winky with almost 0.2 of a lead over Planetary Ghost, with a really good outside inside liner, not losing that much speed. But Kunal is getting speedier and speedier. Oh my gosh, Kunal hit the wall, and Planetary Goose is the only one who can deny maybe Winky Face if he doesn't blunder, but he does, and Winky in that 1st position will be your winner of APAC September 2022.
What a round. That was so unfortunate. That was Chriso and Kunal bonking out at the same time. Goose was the only one to deny him and bonks out at the last moment. But that's enough for Goose to hold himself there.
And we have a tie.
And it's a tie for 3rd place.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
So
Oh my gosh.
From what we're told, basically, Chriso will get 3rd place there because Chriso basically had the faster time in the end. So it's going to be Winky 1st, Kunal 2nd, Chriso in 3rd, and Goose. Goose in 4th there. What a final round. Unfortunately, the others bonked out. There was no way to deny him, but Winky taking out the 2nd FastPoint APAC event. Doesn't surprise me, honestly. I had my money on Winky. Winky didn't disappoint me, proving that the Australians are some of the strongest competitors there. Kunal didn't quite provide the upset. How do you feel about these results?
Winky Face with the win. I'm not. I'm not surprised. I mean, that was maybe to be expected from those players, especially Winky and Kunal. Maybe, unfortunately, Kunal getting second position behind Winky Face. But yeah, Winky Face getting that first position, getting that win again makes him consistent. And now all the eyes will be on him for the next AOTC, because he's competing in it, and he will have to keep a title maybe. But
Indeed.
yeah, now Winky getting those 10 fast points and those 10 US dollars. But yeah, really, GG to Winky Face and GG to the other players for the top 4.
GG to Winky Face. Kunal actually providing that upset for Chriso. Chriso getting the runner-up last time. Kunal wasn't having that. Took that second place back from Chriso. Chriso getting the third place, getting those 4 points. And Goose, new competitor, getting 3 points straight out of the gate. Puts him in quite a comfortable position moving into further FastPoint events. That is a really good standing for him for like first event here. Obviously, we've seen him do well in AOTC, but for him to come into FastPoint and go, I'm not playing around, gets himself 4th place straight out of the gate. That's the stuff we want to see. But once again, congratulations to Winky Face. Enjoy your 10 US dollars. Go and get yourself a large Big Mac meal, because what kind of person doesn't love a large Big Mac meal with a vanilla Coke?
Yeah, who doesn't? I mean, I'm all a McFlurry player guy, but yeah, I mean, GG Winky Face. Like, get the top and get the burger, man. Get the burger. Win a chicken dinner, as we can say.
Exactly. Winner, chicken dinner. But that's going to be FastPoint APAC September. Really fun event. We're going to have some new maps announced coming up, so stay tuned for those. And make sure you go and register for October when it comes out. We want to see all you guys there who are competing in Asia and Oceania, competing in APAC. But signing off for now, I've been your beautiful host, Edamame TV, the Thunder from Down Under. Joining me, the beautiful Frenchman, Nitro Faint, and we will see you guys for FastPoint APAC October.
Yes, sir.